Hi guys, it's Sebastian Bates here, the founder of the Warrior Academy and the host of the Warrior Academy podcast. Today I wanted to share with you a short chapter from the book Not a Victim. Not a Victim is a book I wrote in 2021 with the sole aim of helping parents mentor their children through the very, very difficult transition of bullying. I also recorded it as an audiobook, so if you'd like to have that book, then listen to this chapter, get a feel for what it's all about, and then have a look on Spotify or Audible for the audiobook, or even on Amazon for the physical book if you like a paper-based book. I really hope that it helps you prepare your child for the eventuality of going through bullying. Bullying is an inevitable but difficult transition that most of us go through in our lives. And as parents, I think it's really important we act proactively to prepare our children for the eventuality of having to go through it themselves. We can't always be there for our children, but we can give them the tools. We can empower them to face life's obstacles on their own. I hope you enjoy this chapter.
Does cyberbullying pose a greater threat to young people than traditional bullying? I believe it does, and as it stands, it's relatively unresearched. Technology is developing so quickly that it's hard for us to look back, gather evidence, and compare before a new app, a new platform, software, or social media tool comes out and a new way to cyberbullying emerges. How can we embrace technology and all of its benefits while also protecting our children? Answering this raises a lot of other questions. First, how can we keep on top of all the changes, with new apps, games, software, and social media platforms posing new threats every week? Is it enough to restrict children in their use of social media, or is there a better way to protect them? What is the best way to open up the conversation with young people on the topic of cyberbullying? After all, to a teenager, the threat of having their Wi-Fi removed can feel like a life or death situation. To begin with, there's the issue of digital diligence. What we mean here is when children and young people are given tools that provide access to the digital space with little or no guidance as to how to use them. It's not a deliberate lack of digital diligence, it's usually more of a lack of understanding or awareness on behalf of parents and carers in terms of what they're actually doing when they think they're making their children happy by saying yes to their request for a new smartphone for a birthday, a tablet for Christmas, or a gaming console for getting good grades. I don't know many parents who would hand their 10-year-old a chainsaw and tell them to go out into the garden and play. And yet many of us hand over smart devices to our child and leave them to figure out for themselves. Both tools have the potential to create massive harm, but we don't put them in the same category of danger. Of course, our child knows this and will use it against us. As a society, we are in a transitional period. There isn't one party, parent, child, or young person who knows exactly what's going on when it comes to growing up in a digital age. We have a generation of parents, classified as boomers, Generation X, and Xennials, who didn't go through their tween and teen years with a digital layer, trying to bring up their millennials and Generation Zers without a roadmap, unable to fall back on how they were brought up. Parents are having to create their own roadmap, but they are having to do it on the fly, in real time.
I really hope you enjoyed today's Warrior Academy podcast episode. We're going to keep creating these episodes because I know that so many parents find them useful or get insights or get ideas about how to develop their child's character. But it all comes down to the 3 C's: confidence, conduct, and concentration. So if you want to get a deep insight into the levels of confidence your child has, the level of concentration they have, or the level of conduct they have, so that you can actually put a score next to it and then work towards increasing those scores like we do in the Warrior Academy, then I'd love to invite you to fill in the Breakthrough Area Assessment. It takes about 5 minutes of your time, and you will get a personalized PDF report on your child's 3 C's. To access the Breakthrough Area Assessment and find out your child's 3 C's score, all you need to do is go to www.breakthrougharea.com.